A Death by Emily Bronte. O day he cannot die when both so fair art shining, O sun in such a glorious sky so tranquilly declining. He cannot leave, you know, where fresh west winds are blowing, and all around his youthful brow by cheerful light is glowing. Edward, awake, awake, the golden evening gleams warm and bright on Arden's lake, arouse thee from thy dreams. Beside thee on my knee, my dearest friend, I pray with woe to cross the eternal sea, with yet 1 hour delay. I hear its billows roar, and see them foaming high, but a glimpse of a further shore has blessed my straining eye. Believe not what we urge of Eden isles beyond, turn back from the temptress search to thy own native land. It is not death but pain that struggles in the breast, nay really, Edward, arouse again, I cannot let thee rest. One long look that so reproved me, for the woe I could not bear, one mute look of suffering moved me to repent my useless prayer. And, with sudden check, the heaving of distraction passed away, and a sign of further grieving stirred my soul that awful day. Pale at length the sweet sun setting sank to peace the twilight breeze. Summer dews fell softly, wetting glen and glade and silent trees. Then his eyes began to weary, waited beneath the mortal sleep, and their orbs grew strangely dreary, clouded, even as we would weep. They wept not, or they changed not, never moved and never closed. Troubled still and still they ranged not, wondered not, nor yet reposed. So I knew when he was dying, stopped and raised his languid head, felt no breath and heard no sighing, so I knew that he was dead. A little while, by Emily Bronte. A little while, the weary task is put away, and I can sing and I can smile alike while I have holiday. Why wilt thou go, my harassed heart? What thought, what scenes invites thee now? What spot, or near or far, has rest for thee, my weary bro? Where's a spot mid barren hills where winter howls and driving rain, but if a dreary tempest chills, where is a light that warms again? The house is old, the trees are bare, moon is above pins twilight's doom, but what on earth is half so dear, so longed for, as the half of home? The mute bird sitting on the stone, the dank moss dripping from the wall, the torn trees scorned, the walks overgrown, I love them, how I love them all. Still as I mused the naked room, the alien firelight died away, and from the midst of cheerless gloom I passed to bright and clouded day. A little in the lone green lane that opened on a common wide, a distant, dreamy, dim-like chain of mountains circling every side. A heaven so clear, an earth so calm, so sweet, so soft, so hushed in air, and deepening still the dreamlike charm, wild moor sheep feeding everywhere. Where was the scene, I knew it well. I knew the turf pathway sweep, but winding over each billowy swell, marked out the tracks of wandering sheep. Even as I stood with raptured eye, absorbed in bliss so deep and dear, my hour of rest had flitted by, and back came labor, bondage, care. Why? Because the Dazzling Sun, by Emily Bronte. Why? Because the dazzling sun restored my earth to joy, every departed every one, and left a desert sky. All through the night your glorious eyes were gazing down on mine, and with a full heart's thankful sighs I blessed that watch divine. I was at peace and drank your beams, as they were life to me, and revelled in my changeful dreams like petrel on the sea. Thought followed thought, star followed star, through boundless regions on, while one sweet influence, near and far, through and proved as one. Why did the morning rise to break so great, so pure a spell, and scorch the fire the tranquil cheek where your cool radiance fell? Blood-red he rose, and arrow straight, his fierce beam struck my brow, the cell of nature springing late, but mine sank sad and low. My lids closed down, yet through the veil I saw him blazing still, above in gold the misty dale and flesh upon the hill. I turned me to the pillow, and to call back night, and see your words of solemn light again throb with my heart and me. It would not do, the pillow glowed, and glowed both roof and floor, and birds sang loudly in the wood, and fresh wind shocked the door. The curtains waved, the wakened flies were murmuring round my room, imprisoned there till I should rise and give them leave to roam. O stars and dreams, and gentle night! O night and stars return, and hide me from the hostile light that does not warm but burn. That drains the blood of suffering man, drinks tears instead of dew. Let me sleep through blinding rain, and only wake with you. Anticipation, by Emily Bronte. How beautiful the earth is still to be, how full of happiness, how little fraught with real ill or unreal phantoms of distress. How spring can bring thee glory, yet in summer win thee to forget December's sullen time. But dost thou hold the treasure fast of youth's delight when youth is past, thou art near thy prime? And those who were thy own compeers, equals in fortune and in years, have seen the morning melted tears to clouded, smileless day. Blessed, had we died untried and young, before the hearts went wandering wrong, poor slaves subdued by passion strong, a weak and helpless prey. because I hoped while they enjoyed, and by fulfillment hope destroyed. As children hope with trustful breast, awaited bliss and cherished rest. A thoughtful spirit taught me soon that we must long till life be done, that the face of earthly joy must always fade and always cloy. This I foresaw, and would not chase the fleeting treacheries, but with firm foot and tranquil face, held backward from the tempting race, gazed over the sands, the waves the face, to the enduring seas, where cast my anchor of desire, deep in unknown eternity, nor ever let my spirit tire of looking for what is to be. It is hope's spell that glorifies, like youth, to my mature eyes, on nature's million mysteries, the fearful and the fair. Hope soothes me in the griefs I know, she lulls my pain for others' woe, and makes me strong to undergo what I am born to bear. That comforter, while I not brave unawed the darkness of the grave, and I smile to hear death's billows rave, sustained, my guide, by thee. The more unjust seems the present fate, the more my spirit swells elate, strong in my strength to anticipate rewarding destiny. At Castle Wood by Emily Bronte. The day is done, where winter's sun is setting in its sullen sky, and drear the course that has been run, and dim the hearts that slowly die. No star will light my coming night, no morn of hope for me will shine. I mourn not heaven would blast my sight, and I never longed for joys divine. For life's hard task I did not ask a celestial aid, celestial cheer. I saw my fate without its mask, and met it too without a tear. The grief that pressed my aching heart was heavier far than earth can be, and who would dread eternal rest when labor's hour was agony? Dark thoughts with fear and with despair, on spirits born of happiness, but I was bred the maid of care, the foster child of sore distress. No sights for me, no sympathy, no wish to keep my soul below. The heart is dead in infancy, unwept for, let the body go. Come hither, child, by Emily Bronte. Come hither, child, who gifted me with power to touch its strings so well. How dares thou rose up thoughts on me, thoughts that I would but cannot quell? A child not lady, long ago, I heard those notes in Ulla's hall, and had I known they'd waken woe, I'd wept their music to recall. But was it was, one festal night when I was hardly 6 years old, I stole away from crowds and light, and sought a chamber dark and cold. No one to love me where, I knew no comrade and no friend. So winter saw where heaven, only heaven saw me bend. Loud blew the wind, too sad to stay from all that splendor bared away. Imagined in the lonely room a thousand forms of fearful gloom. As with my wet eyes raised on high, I prayed to God that I might die. Suddenly in that silence drear sound of music reached my ear. When a note I heard yet, so full of soul, so deeply sweet, I thought that Gabriel's self had come to take me to their father's home. 3 times it rose, with surf strained and tight, then breathed again, but still the words, still the tone, around my heart and all alone. Come, walk with me, by Emily Bronte. Come, walk with me, where's only we, to bless my spirit now. We used to laugh on winter nights, to wander through the snow. Can we not woe back all delights? The clouds wash dark and wild, they fleck with shade or mountain haze. It's the same as long ago, and on the horizon rest at last, in looming masses piled, while moonbeams flash and fly so fast, we scarce can say they smile. Come walk with me, come walk with me. We were not once so few, but death has stolen our company, as sunshine steals the dew. He took them one by one, and we are left, we only two. So closer would my feelings twine, because they have no stain but wine. Nay, call me not, it may not be, is human love so true? Can friendship's flower droop on for years, and then revive anew? Now, thought the soil be wet with tears, our fair sword grew, a vital sap once perished, will never flow again. And sure when that dwelling dread, the narrow dungeon of the dead, time parts the hearts of men. Death, by Emily Bronte. Death that struck when I was most confiding, in my certain faith of joy to be, strike again, time's withered branch dividing, with fresh root of eternity. Leaves upon time's branch were glowing brightly, full of sap and full of silver dew. Birds benefit shelter gathering nightly, daily round its flowers a wild bees flew. Sorrow passed and plucked the golden blossom, guilt stripped of her floatage in its pride. But within its parents' kindly bosom flowed for every life's restoring tide. Little mourned I for the parted gladness, for the vacant nest and silent song. Hope was there and loved me out of sadness, whispering, winter will not linger long. And behold, with tenfold increased blessing, spring dawned the beauty burden's prey. Wind and rain and fervent heat caressing, lavish glory on the 2nd May. High it rose, nor winged grief could sweep it. Sin was scared to distance with its shine. Love and its own life had power to keep it from all wrong, from every blight but thin. Cruel death, where young leaves droop and languish, evening's gentle air may still restore. No, the morning sunshine mocks my anguished time, for me must never blossom more. Strike it down, that other boards may flourish, where that perished sapling used to be. Thus at least its mouldering corpse will nourish, but from which it sprang eternity.
Death had struck me when I was most confiding, by Emily Bronte. Death had struck when I was most confiding, in my curtained fate of joy to be. Strike again, time's vivid branch divining from the fresh root of eternity. Leaves upon time's branch were growing brightly, full of sap and full of silver dew. Birds' benefit shelter gathered nightly, daily round its flowers the wild bees flew. Saw past and plucked the golden blossom, gilt stripped of the foliage in its pride, but within its parents' kindly bosom flowed forever life's restoring tide. Little mourned I for the parting gladness of a vacant nest and silent song. Hope was there, and loved me out of sadness, whispering, winter will not linger long. And behold, with tenfold increased blessings, spring at dawn with beauty burdened spray, wind and rain and fervent heat, caressing lavish glory on that 2nd May. High it rose, no winged grief could sweep it. Sin was sacred to distance with its shine. Love and its own life had power to keep it from all wrong, from every blight but wine. Cruel death, the young leaves drop and languish, evening's gentle air may still restore. Never morning sunshine mocks my anguish, time for me must never blossom more. Strike it down, that other boughs may flourish, if the perished sapling used to be. Thus at least its mouldering corpse will nourish, and from which it sprung eternity. Encouragement, by Emily Bronte. I do not weep, I would not weep, our mother's needs no tears. Dry thine eyes too, 'tis vain to keep this causeless grief for years. And though her brow had changed and cold, her sweet eyes closed for ever, what formed the stone, the darksome mould, our mortal bodies ever? What though her hands smooth me again with signal locks of wine? Nor through long hours of future pain a kind face o'er thee shine. Remember still she is not dead, she sees us, sister, now, laid where angel spirit fled, mid heath and frozen snow. And from what world of heavenly light will she not always bend to guide us in our lifetime's night and guard us to the end? For knowest she will, and thou mayst mourn that we are left below, but not that she can now return to share our earthly woe.
Fall, leaves, fall, by Emily Bronte. Fall, leaves, fall. Die, flower away, lengthen night and shorten day. Every leaf speaks bliss to me, fluttering from the autumn tree. I shall smile when wreaths of snow blossom where the rose should grow. I shall sing when night's decay ushers in a drearier day.
Far, far away is Mirth withdrawn, by Emily Bronte. Far, far away is Mirth withdrawn. 'Tis 3 long hours before the morn, and I watch lonely, drearily, succumb for shade commune with me. Deserted one, the corpse lies cold, and mingled with the fallen mould. Year after year the grass grows green above the dust where thou hast been. I will not name their blighted name, tarnished by unforgotten shame, though not because my bosom torn joins the mad world in all its scorn. The phantom faces dark with woe, tears have left ghastly traces where, those ceaseless tears, I wish their flow could quench the wild despair. They deluge my heart like the rain on cursed Gomorrah's howling plain. And when I hear thy foes deride, I must cling closely to thy side. Our mutual foes will not rest from trembling on thy buried breast, glutting the hatred with the doom, the picture wine beyond the tomb. But God is not like humankind. Man cannot read the almighty mind. Vengeance will never torture away, nor hunt thy soul eternally. And do not in this night of grief, this time of overwhelming fear, do not think that God can leave, forget, forsake, refuse to hear. What have I dreamed? He lies asleep, before my heart would vainly weep. He rests, and I endure the woe that left his spirit long ago.
Hope, by Emily Bronte. Hope was but a timid friend. She sat without the guarded den, watching how my fate would tend even a selfish-hearted man. She was cruel in her fear. Through the bars one dreary day I looked out to see her where, and she turned her face away. Like a false guard, watching, watch-keeping, still in strife, she whispered peace. She would sing while I was weeping. If I listened, she would cease. False she was, and unrelenting. When my last joys strewed the ground, even so I saw, repenting, woe's sad relics scattered around. Hope, whose whisper would have given balm to all my frenzied pain, stretched her wings and soared to heaven, went and never returned again. How clear she shines, by Emily Bronte. How clear she shines, how quietly I lie beneath a guardian light, while heaven and earth are whispering me, tomorrow, wake, but dream tonight. Yes, fancy, come my fairy love, these throbbing temples softly kiss, and bend my lonely couch above, and bring me rest and bring me bliss. The world is going, dark world, adieu, grim world, conceal thee, till the day, the heart thou canst not all subdue, must still resist, if thou delay. While love I will not share, while hatred only wakes a smile, while griefs may wound, while wrongs may tear, but oh, while lies shall never beguile. While gazing on the stars that glow above me, and that storm the sea, I long to hope that all the woe creation knows is held in thee, and this shall be my dream tonight. I think the heaven of glorious fears is rolling on its course of light and endless bliss through endless years. I think there's not one world above, far as we straining eyes can see, where wisdom ever laughed at love and virtue crouched to infamy. Where writhing 'neath the strokes of fate the mangled wretch was forced to smile, to match his patience gains to hate, his heart rebellious all the while, where pleasure still will lead to wrong, and helpless reason worn and vain, and truth is weak and treachery strong, and joy the surest path to pain, and peace the lethargy of grief, and hope a phantom of a soul, and life a labour void and brief, and death the despot of the whole.
How still, how happy, by Emily Bronte. How still, how happy, those are words that once would scarce agree together. I love the plashing of thy surge, the changing heaven, the breezy weather, more than smooth seas and cloudless skies, and solemn soothing softened airs, that in the forest awoke no sighs, and on the green spray shock no tears. How still, how happy, when I feel the silence dwells sweeter far than laughing mirth's most joyous well, how the purest raptures are. Come and sit down on this sunny stone, this wintry light to the flowerless moors, but sit, for we are all alone, on click-spent heaven's breathless shores. I could think in the wet grass, spring's burdened rifts we might discern, the violet's eye might shiny flesh, and young leaves shot among the fern. It is but thought, for many a night, the snow shall cloak those hills afar, and storm shall add their drearier blight, and wind shall wake a wider war. Before the lark may herald in fresh foliage twinned with blossoms fair, and summer days again begin the glory a lute crown to wear. Yet my heart loves December's smile as much as July's golden beam, when let us sit and watch the while the blue eyes curdling on the stream.
I am the only being whose doom, by Emily Bronte. I am the only being whose doom no tongue would ask, no eye would mourn. I never caused a thought of gloom, a smile of joy since I was born. In secret pleasure, secret tears, this changeful life has slipped away, as friendless after 18 years, as lone as on my natal day. There have been times I cannot hide, there have been times when this was drear, and my sad soul forgot its pride and longed for one to laugh me here. But those were in the early glow of feelings since subdued by care, and they have died so long ago I hardly now believe they were. First melted of the hope of youth, then fancy's rainbow fast withdrew, and then experience told my truth, and mortal bosoms never grew. Trust grief enough to think mankind all hollow, servile, insincere, but worse to trust to my own mind and find the same corruption where. I see around me tombstones grey, by Emily Bronte. I see around me tombstones grey, stretching their shadows far away. Beneath the turf my footsteps tread, lie low and lone the silent dead. Beneath the turf, beneath the mould, forever dark, forever cold, and my eyes cannot hold the tears that memory haunts for vanished years, from time and death and mortal pain, give wounds that will not heal again. And let me remember half the woe I've seen and heard and felt below, and heaven itself so pure and blessed could never give my spirit rest. Sweet land of light, where children fair, know naught akin to our despair, nor have they felt, nor can they tell, what tenants haunt each mortal cell, what gloomy guests we hold within, torments and madness, tears and sin. Well may we live in ecstasy, a long eternity of joy. At least we would not bring them down with us to weep, with us to groan. No, earth would wish no other sphere to taste the cup of suffering's drear. She turns from heaven with a careless eye, and only mourns that we must die. Ah, mother, what shall comfort we in all this boundless misery? To cheer our eager eyes awhile, we see we smile, how fondly smile, but who reads not through the tender glow thy deep, unutterable woe? Indeed, no dazzling land above can cheat we of our children's love. We all in life's departing shine, our last dear longings blend with thine. and struggled still and strive to trace with clouded gaze my darling face. We would not leave our native home for any world beyond the tomb. Now raver on my kindly breast, let us be laid in lasting rest, awaking but to share with thee immutable immortality. If grief for grief can touch we, by Emily Bronte. If grief for grief can touch we, if answering woe for woe, if any truth can melt we, come to me now. I cannot be more lonely, more drear I cannot be. My worn heart beats so wildly, 'twill break for we. And when the world despises, when heaven repels my prayer, will not mine angel comfort, mine idol hear? Yes, by the tears empowered, by all my hours of pain, I shall surely win we, beloved again. Love and Friendship, by Emily Bronte. Love is like a white rose briar, friendship like the holy tree. The holiest dark when the rose briar blooms, but which will bloom most contently? The white rose briar is sweet in the spring, its summer blossoms scant the air. Yet wait till winter comes again, and who will call the white briar fair? And scorn the silly rose-wreath now, and deck we with a holy sheen. Where when December blights the brow, he may still leave the garland green. Methinks this heart should rest awhile, by Emily Bronte. Methinks this heart should rest awhile, so stilly round the evening thoughts, the veiled sun sheds no parting smile, nor mirth nor music wakes my thoughts. I have sat lonely all the day, watching the drizzly mist descent, and first conceal the hills in grey, and then along the valleys went. And I have sat and watched the trees, and the sad flowers how drear they blow. Those flowers were formed to feel the breeze, wave their light leaves in summer's glow. Yet their lives passed in gloomy woe, and hopeless comes its dark decline. And I lament because I know that cold departure pictures mine.
Mild the mist upon the hill, by Emily Bronte. Mild the mist upon the hill, telling not of storms tomorrow. Now the days has wept its fill, spent its store of silent sorrow. I am gone back to the days of youth, I am a child once more, neath my father's sheltering roof, near the old hall door. I watch this cloudy evening fall after a day of rain, blue mists, sweet mists of summer pearl, the horizon's mountain chain. The damp stands on the long green grass, as thick as morning's tears, and dreamy scents of fragrance pass the brief of other years. Moonlight, summer moonlight, by Emily Bronte. 'Tis moonlight, summer moonlight, all soft and still and fair. The solemn hour of midnight breathes sweet thoughts everywhere. But most where trees are sending their breezy boughs on high, or stopping a lower lending a shelter from the sky. And there in those wild bowers a lovely form is laid, green grass and dew-step flowers wave gently round her head. My comforter, by Emily Bronte. Well hast thou spoken, and yet not taught a feeling strange or new. Was but rose the latent thought, a cloud-close beam of sunshine, brought to gleam and open view. Deep down concealed within my soul, that light lies hid from man, yet glows unquenched, where shadows roll, his gentle ray cannot control, about the sullen den. Was I not vexed in these gloomy ways, to walk alone so long? Around me wretches uttering praise, a howling awe of their hopeless days, and each with frenzied hun. A brotherhood of misery, with smiles as sad as sighs, whose madness daily maddened me, distorting into agony the bliss before my eyes. So stood I in heaven's glorious sun, in the glare of hell. My spirit drank a mingled tone of seraph's song and demon's moan. What my soul bore, my soul alone within itself may tell. Like a soft air above the sea, tossed by the tempest stir, a forewind melting quietly, the snowdrift on the wintry lee. Now, what sweet thing resembles thee, my thoughtful comforter? Ere a little longer speak, calm with resentful mood, where the savage heart grows meek, for other token do not seek, but at the tear upon my cheek evince my gratitude. My Lady's Grave, by Emily Bronte. The linnet in the rocky dells, the moorlark in the air, the bee among the heather bells that hide my lady fair. The wild deer browse above her breast, the wild birds raise their brood, and they her smiles of love caressed have left her solitude. I ween that when the grave's dark wall did first her form retain, they thought their hearts could never recall the light of joy again. They thought the tide of grief would flow unchecked for future years, but where's all their anguish now, and where are all their tears? Well, let me fight for honor's breath, or pleasure's shape pursue. The dweller in the land of death is changed and careless too. And if her eyes should watch and weep till sorrow's sewers were dry, she would not, in a tranquil sleep, return a single sigh. Blow west wind by the lonely mound, and murmur summer streams. There is no need of other sound to soothe my lady's dreams. Now coward soul is mine, by Emily Bronte. Now coward soul is mine, no trembler in the world's storm-troubled sphere.
I see heaven's glorious shine, and fate shines equal, arming me from fear. O God within my breast, almighty, ever-present deity, life that in me has rest, as I, undying life, have power and we. Vain are the thousand creeds that move men's hearts, unutterably vain, worthless as word reeds, or idlest forth amid the boundless main. The wakened open one, holding so fast a wee infinity, so surely anchored on the steadfast rock of immortality. With wide embracing love thy spirit animates eternal years. The waits and broods above, changes, sustains, dissolves, creates and rears. Though earth and moon were gone, and sun and universe cease to be, and woe were left alone, every existence would exist in we. There is not room for death, nor atom that its might could render void, since thou art being and breath, and what thou art may never be destroyed.
Often rebuked, yet always back returning, by Emily Bronte. Often rebuked, yet always back returning to those first feelings that were born with me, and leaving busy chase of wealth and learning for idle dreams of things which cannot be. Today I will seek not the shadowy region, its unsustaining vastness waxes drear, and visions arising, legion after legion, bring the unreal world to strangely near. I'll walk, but not in old heroic traces, and not in paths of high morality, not among the half-distinguished faces, the clouded forms of long past history. I'll walk where my own nature would be leading, it waxes me to choose another guide. The grey flocks and ferny gleans are feeding, the wild wind blows on the mountain side. What have those lonely mountains worth revealing? More glory and more grief than I can tell. The earth that wakes when human heart to feeling can send above the worlds of heaven and hell. Or for the time when I shall sleep, by Emily Bronte. For the time when I shall sleep without identity, and never care how rain may steep or snow may cover me, and promised heaven these wild desires could all or half fulfill. Now threatened hell with quenchless fires subdue with quenchless will. So said I, and still say the same, still to my death will say, 3 gods within this little frame are warring night and day. Heaven could not hold them all, and yet they all are held in me, and must be mine till I forget my present entity. For the time when in my breast where struggles will be o'er, for the day when I shall rest and never suffer more. Our bright eyes must answer now, by Emily Bronte. Our bright eyes must answer now, when reason with scornful brow is mocking at my overthrow. Our sweet tongue must plead for me and tell why I have chosen thee. Stern reason is to judgment come, arrayed in all the forms of gloom. Will thou, my advocate, be dumb? Now radiant angels speak and say, why I did cast the world away, why I have persevered to shun the common paths that others run, and on a strange road journeyed on, heedless alike of wealth and power, of glory's wreath and pleasure's flower. These once, indeed, seemed beings divine, and they perchance heard vows of mine, and saw my offerings on their shrine. But careless gifts are seldom prized, and mine were worthily despised. So with a ready heart I swore to seek the altar stone no more, gave my spirit to adore thee, ever present, friend and thing, my slave, my comrade, and my king. A slave, because I rule thee still, incline thee to my changeful will, and make thy influence good or ill. A comrade by day and night, thou'rt my intimate delight. My darling pain that wounds and sears, and wrings a blessing out from tears, by deadening me to earthly cares. And yet a king, though prudence well, have taught thy subject to rebel. And am I wrong to worship where fate cannot doubt, nor hope despair, since my own soul can grant my prayer? Speak, God of visions, plead for me, and tell why I have chosen thee. Past, Present, Future, by Emily Bronte. Tell me, smiling child, what the past is like to thee. An autumn evening soft and mild, the wind that sighs mournfully. Tell me, what is the present hour, a green and flowery spray, the young bird sits gathering its power to mount and fly away. And what is the future, happy one, a sea beneath a cloudless sun, a mighty, glorious, dazzling sea stretching into infinity. Remembrance, by Emily Bronte. Cold in the earth, and the deep snow pilled above thee, far, far removed, cold in the dreary grave. Have I forgot my only love to love thee, severed at last by time's all-serving wave? Now, when alone, do my thoughts no longer hover over mountains on the Gora shore, resting my wings where heath and fern leaves cover that noble heart for ever, evermore? Cold in the earth, and 15 wild Decembers from those brown hills have melted into spring. Faithful, indeed, is the spirit that remembers after such years of change and suffering. Sweet love of youth, forgive if I forget thee, while the world's tide is bearing me along. Sterner desires and darker hopes beset me, hopes which obscure but cannot do thee wrong. Now the sun has lightened up my heaven, now the stars ever shone for me. All my life's bliss from my dear life was given, all my life's bliss is in the grave with me. And when the days of golden dreams had perished, even despair was powerless to destroy. When did I learn how existence could be cherished, strengthened, and fed without the aid of joy? When did I check my tears of useless passion, weaned my young soul from yearning after wine, sternly denied its burning wish to hasten down to the tomb already more than mine? And even yet I dare not let it languish, dare not indulge in memory's rapturous pain. Once drinking deep of the divinest anguish, how could I seek the empty world again? Riches I hold in light esteem, by Emily Bronte. Riches I hold in light esteem, and love I love to scorn, and lust of fame was but a dream that vanished with the morn. And if I pray, the only prayer that moves my lips for me is, leave the heart that now I be, and give me liberty. Yes, as my swift days near their goal, 'tis all that I implore, for life and death a chainless soul with courage to endure. Self-Interrogation, by Emily Bronte. The evening passes fast away, 'tis almost time to rest. What thoughts has left the vanished day, what feelings in thy breast? The vanished day, it leaves a sense of labour hardly done, of little gained with vast expense, a sense of grief alone. Time stands before the door of death, upbraiding bitterly, and conscious, with exhaustless breath, pours black reproach on me. And though I've said that conscience lies, and time should fate condemn, still that repentance clouds my eyes, and makes me yield to them. Then art thou glad to seek repose, like glad to leave the sea, and anchor all thy very woes in calm eternity? Nothing regrets to see thee go, not one voice sobs farewell, and there thy heart was suffered so cast for desire to dwell. Alas, the countless links as strong would bind us to our clay, the loving spirit lingers long and would not pass away, and rest is sweet, when laurelled fame doth crown the soldier's crest, the brave heart with a tarnished name would rather fight than rest. And thou hast fought for many a year, hast fought the whole life through, hast humbled falsehood, trampled fear. What is there left to do? 'Tis true, this arm has hotly striven, has dared what few would dare. Much have I done and freely given, but little learned to bear. Look on the grave where thou must sleep, the last and strongest foe. It is endurance, not weep, at that repose-seem woe. The long war closing in defeat, defeat serenely borne, the midnight rest may still be sweet and bring a glorious morn. Shall earth no more inspire me, by Emily Bronte. Shall earth no more inspire we, thou lonely dreamer, no? Since passion may not fire we, shall nature cease to bow? The mind is ever moving, in regions dark to we. Recall its useless roving, come back and dwell with me. I know my mountain breezes enchant and soothe thee still. I know my sunshine pleases, despite my wayward will. When day with evening blending sinks from the summer's sky, I've seen thy spirit bending in fond idolatry. I've watched thee every hour, I know my mighty sway, I know my magic power to drive the griefs away. Few hearts to mortal given on earth so widely pine, yet none would ask a heaven more like this earth than thine. Then let my winds caress thee, while comrade let me be, since naught beside can bless thee, return and dwell with me. She dried her tears and waited smile, by Emily Bronte. She dried her tears, and waited smile, to seek her cheeks' returning glow, how little dreaming all the while that full heart throbbed to overflow. With that sweet look and lively tongue, and bright eyes shining all the day, they could not guess at midnight lone, how she would weep the time away. Silent is the house, by Emily Bronte. Come, the wind may never again blow as now it blows for us, and the stars may never again shine as now they shine. Long before October returns, seas of blood will have parted us, and you must crush the love in your heart, and I the love in mine. Spellbound, by Emily Bronte. The night is darkening around me, the wild winds coldly blow, but a turned spell has bound me, and I cannot go. The giant trees are bending, the bare boughs are weighted with snow, and the storm is fast descending, and yet I cannot go. Clouds beyond clouds above me, wastes beyond wastes below, but nothing drear can move me. I will not, cannot go.
Stars, by Emily Bronte. Ah, why? Because the dazzling sun restored our earth to joy, have you departed every run and left the desert sky? All through the night your glorious eyes were gazing down on mine, and with a full heart's thankful sight I blessed with watch divine. I was at peace, and drank your beams, and they were life to me, and revealed in my changeful dreams, like petrol on the sea. Thought followed thought, star followed star, through boundless regions on, while one sweet influence near and far thrilled through and proved us one. Why did the morning dawn to break so great, so pure a spell, and scorch with fire the tranquil cheek, where your cool radiance fell? Blood red he rose and arrow straight, his fire's beams struck my brow, the soul of nature sprang elate, but mine sank sad and low. My lids closed down, yet through the veil I saw him blazing still, and steep in gold the misty dale, and flash upon the hill. I turned me to the pillar when, to call back night, and see your words of solemn light again drove with my heart and me. It would not do, the pillow glowed, and glowed both roof and floor, and birds sang loudly in the wood, and fresh wind shocks the door. The curtains waved, the vacant flies were murmuring round my room, imprisoned were, till I should rise, and give them leave to roam. O stars and dreams and gentle night, how night and stars return, and hide me from the hostile light, that does not warm but burn. It drains the blood of suffering man, brings tears instead of dew. Let me sleep through his blinding region, and only wake with you.
Sympathy by Emily Bronte. There should be no despair for you, while nightly stars are burning, while evening pours its silent dew, and sunshine gilds the morning. There should be no despair, for tears may flow down like a river. Are not the best beloved of years around your heart forever? Where weep you weep, it must be so. When sighs you are sighing, and winter sheets his grief in snow, and winter sheets his grief in snow, where autumn's leaves are lying. Yet these will wive, and from the fate your fate cannot be parted. And journey on, if not elate, still live broken-hearted. By the wind I used to hear it swelling, by Emily Bronte. By the wind I used to hear it swelling, with joy divinely deep. You might have seen my hot tears welling, but her rapture made me weep. I used to laugh on winter nights, to lie and dream alone, of all the hopes and real delights my early years had known. And oh, above the rest of those that coming time should bear, like heaven's own glorious stars they rose, still beaming bright and fair. The Bluebell by Emily Bronte. The bluebell is the sweetest flower that waves in summer air. Its blossoms have the mightiest power to soothe my spirit's care. There's a spell in purple heath, too wildly, sadly dear. The violet has a fragrant breath, but fragrance will not cheer. The trees are bare, the sun is cold, and seldom seen. The heavens have lost their zone of gold, the earth its robe of green. And ice upon the glancing stream has cast its sombre shade, and distant hills and valleys seem in frozen mystery. The bluebell cannot charm me now, the heath has lost its bloom, the violets in the glen below, they yield no sweet perfume. But of all morn, the heath bell is better far away. I know how fast my tears would swell to see it smile today. And with woodflower that hides so shy, beneath the mossy stone, its balmy skin and dewy eye. It is not for them I moan, it is the slight and stately steep, the blossoms velvet blue, the buds set like a sapphire gem in sheaths of emerald hue. 'Tis these that breathe upon my heart a calm and softening spell, and if it makes the teardrops start, has power to soothe as well. For these I weep, so long divided, for winter's dreary day, and longing weep, but most when guided on withered banks to stray. If chilly when the light shall fall adown the dreary sky, and gild the dank and darkened wall with transient brilliancy, how do I yearn, how do I pine, for the time of flowers to come, and turn me from the fading shine to mourn the fields of home. The Lady to Her Guitar by Emily Bronte. For him who struck thy foreign string, I ween this heart has ceased to care, and why dost thou such feelings bring into my sad spirit, old guitar? It is as if the warm sunlight in some deep glen should lingering stay, when clouds of storm or shades of night have wrapped the parent orb away. It is as if the glassy brook should image still its willows fair, where years ago the woodman's stroke laid low in dust thy dryad hair. Even so, guitar, thy magic tone hath moved the tear and waked the sigh, hath bid the ancient torrent moan, although its very source is dry. The night is darkening around me, by Emily Bronte. The night is darkening round me, the wild winds coldly blow, but a torrent's spell has bound me, and I cannot go. The giant trees are bending, the bare boards are weighted with snow, the storm is fast ascending, and yet I cannot go. Clouds beyond clouds above me, wastes beyond wastes below, but nothing drear can move on, I will not, cannot go. The Night Wind by Emily Bronte. In summer's mellow midnight, a cloudless moon shone through our open parlor window, and rose trees wet with dew. I sat in silent, musing, the soft wind waved my hair. It told me heaven was glorious, and sleeping earth was fair. I needed not its breathing to bring such thoughts to me, but still it whispered lowly, how dark the woods would be. The thick leaves in my murmur are rustling like a dream, and all their myriad voices instinct with spirit seem. I said, go, gentle singer, the wooing voice is kind, but do not think its music has power to reach my mind. Play with the scant flower, the young trees supply bow, and leave my human feelings in their own course to flow. The wanderer would not heed me, its kiss grew warmer still. Oh, come, it sighed so sweetly, I'll win thee gainst the will. Were we not friends from childhood? Have not loved we long as woe, the solemn night whose silence wakes my song, and if a heart is resting by the church I'll stone, shall have time for mourning and woe for being alone. The Philosopher by Emily Bronte. Enough of fond philosopher, too long hast thou been dreaming, unlightened in this chamber drear, the summer sun is beaming. Space, sweeping soul, what said, fraying concludes thy musings once again. Of a time when I shall sleep without identity, and neither care or rain may steep, or snow may cover me. No promised heaven these wild desires could all or half fulfill. No threatened hell with quenchless fires subdue with quenchless will. So said I, and still say the same, still to my death will say, three gods within this little frame are roaring night and day. Heaven could not hold them all, and yet they all are held in me, and must be mine till I forget my present entity. Or for the time when in my breast the struggles will be o'er, or for the day when I shall rest and never suffer more. I saw a spirit standing, man, where thou dost stand an hour ago, and round his feet 3 rivers ran, of equal depth and equal flow, a golden stream, and one like blood, and one like sapphire seemed to be. But where they joined the triple flood, it tumbled in an inky sea. The spirit sent his dazzling gaze down through that ocean's gloomy night, then kindling all with sudden blaze, the galaxy sparkled white and bright, white as the sun, far, far more fair than its divided sources were. And even for that spirit seer, I've watched and sought my life, time long, sought him in heaven, hell, earth, and air, an endless search, and always wrong. And I but seen his glorious eyes, once like the clouds that wilder me, and never had raised the coward cry to cease to think and cease to be, and never had called oblivion blessed, nor stretched eager hands to death, implored to change for senseless rest, with sentient soul, with living breath, I let me die, by power and will, that couldst drive me close, and conquered good and conquering ill, be lost in one repose. The Prisoner by Emily Bronte. Still at my turrets now, I am not doomed to burrow year after year in gloom and desolate despair. A messenger of hope comes every night to me and offers for short life eternal liberty. It comes with western winds, with evening's wandering airs, with clear dusk of heaven that brings the thickest stars. Winds take a pensive tone, and stars a tender fire, and vision rise and change that kill me with desire. Desire for nothing known in my mature eyes, and joy grew mad with awe at counting future tears. When if my spirit's sky was full of flashes warm, I knew not whence they came, from sun or thunderstorm. But first, a hush of peace, a soundless calm descants, a struggle of distress and fierce impatience ends. Mute music soothes my breast, an harmony that I could never dream till earth was lost to me. When dawns the invisible, the unseen its truth reveals. My outward sense is gone, my inward essence feels. Its wings are almost free, its home, its harbor found. Measuring the gulf, it stops, and there's a final bound. How dreadful is the check, intense the agony, and the ear begins to hear, and the eye begins to see, and the pulse begins to throb, the brain to think again, the soul to feel the flesh, and the flesh to feel the chain. If I would lose no sting, would wish no torture less, the more than anguish wrecks, the earlier it will bless, and wrap the fires of hell, are bright with heavenly shine, if it but herald death, the vision is divine.
The sun has set by Emily Bronte. The sun has set, and the long grass now waves dreamily in the evening wind, and the wild bird has flown from that old grey stone in some warm nook a couch to find. On all the lonely landscape round I see no light and hear no sound, except the wind that far away comes sighing over the healthy sea. The Visionary by Emily Bronte. Silent is the house, all are laid asleep. One only looks out over the snow breaths deep, watching every cloud, dreading every breeze, that whirls the wildering drift and bends the groaning trees. Cheerful is the hearth, soft the matted floor, not one shivering guest creeps through pane or door. The little lamp burns straight, its rays shoot strong and fair. I trim it well to be the wonder's guiding star. Frown my haughty sire, chide my angry dame, set your slaves to spy, threaten me with shame. But neither sire nor dame nor prying serf shall know what angle nightly tracks what waste of frozen snow. What I love shall come like a visitant of air, safe in secret power from lurking human snare. What loves me, no word of mine shall ever betray, though for fate unstained my life must fortified pray. Burn when the lamp, glimmer straight and clear. Hush, a rustling wing stirs, methinks the air. He for whom I wait, whatever comes to me, strange power, I trust my might, trust woe my constancy.
The Wanderer from the Fold by Emily Bronte. Of few of all the hearts that laughed are grieving for we know, and why should mine tonight be moved with such a sense of woe? Too often thus when left alone, when none my thoughts can see, comes back a word, a passing tone for thy strange history. Sometimes I seem to see thee rise, a glorious child again, all virtues beaming from thine eyes, that ever honored man. Courage and truth, a gorgeous breast, where sinless sunshine lay, a being whose very presence blessed like a gladsome summer day. O fairy, spread thy early sail, and fresh and pure and free was the first impulse of a gale, that urged life's wave for we. Why did the pilot to confide and dream o'er ocean's foam, and trust in pleasure's careless guiding to bring his vessel home? For well he knows what dangers frowned, what mist would gather dim, what rocks and shelves and sands lay round between his port and him. The very brightness of the sun, the splendour of the main, the wind which bore him widely on, should not have warned in vain. An anxious gazer from the shore, I marked the widening wave, and wept above thy fate the more, because I could not save. It recks not now when all is over, but yet my heart will be a mourner still, a friend and lover, have both forgotten thee. To imagination, the Emily Bronte, and weary with the long day's care, unearthly change from pain to pain, and lost and ready to despair, thy kind voice calls me back again. O my true friend, I am not lone, while thou canst speak with such a tone. So hopeless is the world without, the world within thy double prize. Thy world, thy gallant hate, doubt, and cold suspicion never rise. Where thou and I and liberty have undisputed sovereignty. What matters it, when all around danger and guilt and darkness lie, if but within our bosoms bound we hold a bright untroubled sky, warm with 10,000 mingled rays of suns that know no winter days? Reason, indeed, may oft complain for nature's sad reality, and tell the suffering heart, or when its cherished dreams must always be, and truth may rudely trample down the flowers of fancy, newly blown. But thou art ever there to bring the hovering vision back, and breathe new glories over the blighted spring, and call a lovelier life from death, and whisper with a voice divine of real worlds as bright as wine. I trust not to thy phantom bliss, yet still in evening's quiet hour, with never failing thankfulness I welcome thee when in thy power, show solace of human cares, and sweeter hope than hope despairs. Warning and Reply by Emily Bronte. In the earth was shalt be laid, a grey stone standing over thee, black mould beneath thee spread, and black mould to cover thee. Well, where's rest there, so fast come thy prophecy, the time when my sunny hair shall with grass roots entwined be. But cold, cold is that resting place, shut out from joy and liberty, and all who laughed thy living face will shrink from it shudderingly. Not so, here the world is chill, and sworn friends fall from me, but where we will own me still and prize my memory. Farewell then, all that love, all that deep sympathy. Sleep on, heaven laughs above, earth never misses thee. Turf-sod and tombstone drear part human company. One heart breaks only here, but that heart's was worthy thee. Yes, holy be thy resting place, by Emily Bronte. Yes, holy be thy resting place, wherever thou mayst lie. The sweetest winds breathe on thy face, the softest of a sky. And will not guardian angels send kind dreams and thoughts of love, though I no more may watchful bend thy long repose above? And will not heaven itself bestow a beam of glory where, that summer's grass more green may grow, and summer's flowers more fair? Farewell, farewell, 'tis hard to part, yet love one it must be. I would not rend another heart, not even by blessing thee. Go, we must break affection's chain, forget the hopes of years. Nay, grieve not, wilt so remain to waken wilder tears. This herald breeze would be in me roofed on a dawning day, and thou shouldst be where I shall be, or evening far away.